Hey, before we start, I just have a question for you guys. Did the price of milk and eggs go down yet? No, it didn't. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. You know the people gonna be mad, but I don't give a damn. I don't care. I do not care. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling today? Let me say what's up to the people before we start. What's up, Winnie? How you doing? What's up, Cassandra? How you doing? Yes, today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Exactly. Well, still for me because I'm in Cali, by the way. What's up, beautiful? How you doing? The price. Wait, Destiny, you telling me the milk and eggs they didn't go down yet? What? What's up, Mary B? How you doing? What's up, Got It Now? How you doing? What's up, Miss Kitty? Could you don't fail me now? What's up, Miss Baton Rouge? How you doing? Yeah, so I didn't watch it. I know a few of you guys have messaged me about it and asked me about the inauguration and stuff like that. Because you know, this year I'm gonna be in my political bag, right? I didn't watch it. Besides the little clips that I've seen online, and mind you, I didn't even see his speech because usually, let's be honest, with those inauguration speeches, it's just kind of like their hope for the future and all that stuff. So it's like, it's kind of stationary. And mind you, Donald Trump is going to say the craziest shit anyway. So does it really matter what he says? No, it matters what he do. Not what he says, what he do. Two different things, right? Okay, a lot of y'all didn't watch that shit. Okay, it seemed like we all on the same page. Dang, I should have asked the poll question then. Hold on. Let's do a poll question real quick. Okay, that's going to take too much time. Okay, hold on. All right, let me ask you, did you guys watch the inauguration? Yes or no? 30 seconds. Let's go. Oh, sorry, y'all. I was reading the text message because I'm going on a trip this weekend. So I was just reading text message. Hell no, 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 hell no, no, no. Okay, no, 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 no. Yeah. Oh, the song "We Make You Slow Wine." Shout out to Smooth. She's the one who actually made that for me. You guys will see her in the chat. How long was it? 10 hours? I do not know. Not long enough for me to watch it, though. I definitely did not watch it. Like I said, the clips online and everything like that, it basically tells you everything you need to know. But out of respect just for Martin Luther King Jr., out of respect for people I care about, and out of respect for myself, I decided not to watch it. I feel like if you're not a fan of him, mind you, the people who voted for him, yeah, they should definitely watch, right? But if you're not a fan of him, why? It's just a celebration party. It's a big dick sucking party. Let's call it what it is. It's a big dick sucking. Stormy Daniels said it was small, so it's a small dick sucking celebration, basically, literally. So why even watch it? Why waste your time? I didn't waste my time watching it. The clips was enough. I don't watch it. Oh, you didn't even see the clips. Well, let me tell you. So I didn't really see clips of his actual speech. I seen one when they booed Barack Obama. Did y'all hear that? The cuts in that room, and I'm using that word, the cuts in that room, and I'm using that non-gender specific in that room booed him. They booed him. You heard him like when he was walking, to walk out. They're like, boo! Now, how professional was that? How professional was that? Like, that's literally like the former president. And not like, it is the former president. He is a former president because now Joe Biden's a former president now. But they literally booed him. And like these inaugurations, you're supposed to show decorum and it's supposed to be, uniting the country. Nothing about that shit was going to be uniting. Why do you think Michelle Obama didn't go? Michelle Obama was right not to go to protect her peace. I wish the rest of them, like the Clintons, the Bushes, I wish they didn't go. I wish they stood for something. Because again, there's this thing where people talk about we need to show civility and show that, we respect the Constitution, we respect the land, blah, blah, blah. Listen, that's all fine. However, in 2016, when you didn't know better, I think, that was a thing. You should always respect the office of the presidency, blah, 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 blah. We heard that, right? I honestly believe that. However, you already know what happened with this man in 2020 or 2021 to the January 6th. And then he wasn't even there for Joe Biden's inauguration. I would have been like, you know what? Congratulations. And I would have skipped it. I definitely would have skipped it. I would have been like, F that shit. Listen, I'm done. I don't need to be there. Now, Kamala, I do believe because she's still kind of weighing her options of what she wants to do next, it makes sense for her to be there. But as far as Joe Biden, I would have been like, fuck that shit. Mary, I'm proud of her too. Why would I go there? Like, for what? And I'm sorry to say this, Barack, but see, that's why you got booed. You shouldn't have went. You know those people don't like you. Listen, I understand because of your position, and especially you being a black man, I understand, you can't get away with doing stuff that they can do. However, I do feel like if you stand up for yourself and be like, you know what? I respect myself enough not to go. I don't think this is going to be unifying, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going. Honestly, he could have pulled a Michelle Obama and just not addressed why you didn't go. We don't know why Michelle Obama didn't go, by the way, you guys. That's what a lot of people are forgetting. We don't know. We can only speculate. But we do not know why Michelle Obama did not go. She just didn't go. We don't know. However, more than likely, she probably was like, this is some bullshit. I ain't going to this shit. Hell no. And I don't blame her. Who cares? Who cares? And I've seen that snub that Carrie Underwood or Curry Underwear, whatever you want to call her, Curry Underwear, Carrie Underwood. I've seen, when after she got done with that off-key All Lives Matter bravado version of America the Beautiful, she went to Joe Biden and shook his hand. And I was like, okay, maybe she's just shaking the president's, right? Then she goes over to Trump, shakes his hand. Then she goes to JD, aging like milk ass, and shook his hand. But you didn't shake Kamala's hand, and Kamala was right next to Joe Biden? Fuck Carrie Underwood. Fuck that hoe. And let's be honest about something. I don't honestly didn't care about Carrie Underwood performing. Honestly didn't care. I mean, if you look on the spectrum, she looks like she would fit in with that crowd. Let's be honest, right? She looked like she would fit in with that crowd. Like, I don't understand like why people were so shocked. But that snub to Kamala Harris, I didn't like that shit. No, fuck you and your off-key singing. Listen, the music, so she had to do it a cappella, right? Because the music didn't play. The music didn't even want to be in that bitch. The music was all like, fuck this shit. I don't know if the CD was scratched or the MP3 or the USB wasn't working, but the music didn't even want to be in that son of a bitch. It said, fuck that, we out. That's what the music said. The music didn't even want to be there. So with that being said, if the music didn't want to be there, then yeah, Carrie Underwood should have said, maybe I should come back and then do it. But you did that a cappella and thought you killed it, and you didn't. Yeah, you definitely needed the music. But hey, it was God. Yo, I'm telling you, the first sign that I knew we was in for some shit. I mean, I already knew when he won we was in for some shit, but those damn villain photos. Y'all seen the recent photo that they had to take for their photo shoot? What do you call it when they take their photo shoot for the office? 2025. Not his old one. His old one, he was smiling. This one, he looks like a straight up villain out of a movie. Where the F did I see it, y'all? Hold on. Oh, here we go. Let me pull this shit up for y'all because y'all gonna be like, what the hell is this shit? Let me save the image. Okay, I guess. Yeah, we'll save it as that. Okay. Because let me pull this up on StreamYard. I'm not going to do the share screen. I downloaded this. Hold on. Here we go. When these photos came out, I knew he was in for some shit. Look at Trump on the left. That looks like out of some kind of Batman movie or some shit like that. And then you look at JD Vance. JD Vance is 39. Listen, I got 3 more years to turn 39. If I look like him, I'm gonna just be an avatar for the rest of my life if I look like him when I turn 39. The eyes is wrinkled. He look washed out. Like JD done aged. And listen, let me say something about JD Vance. I like that Kamala didn't invite him to the White House. I like that Kamala didn't to the VP residence. I like that she didn't do that. Fuck that. You can see the place when you get when you get in. You don't need to see it before. We don't need to shake hands. We don't need to take pictures and all that stuff. We can do it the day of the inauguration, and that's what she did. Good job, Kamala. Good job. But JD Vance, right? All that smoke that y'all had for Kamala, oh, she didn't even do nothing her 4 years. She wasn't doing nothing. She was this, she was that, she was disappearing. I want y'all to have that same energy for JD Vance. When y'all don't see JD Vance out in public and talking and moving around, I want y'all to have that same energy for JD Vance. Oh, he ain't out in public. He ain't doing this. I don't see him. Where he at? Oh, we don't see him. I want all that same energy y'all have for Kamala. Because y'all obviously don't know the job of the vice president. But I want that same energy. I want you guys to have that same energy. I want y'all to ask why he ain't out there doing this, why he ain't out there doing that, why he ain't making no laws. I want y'all to say all that ignorant shit. I want y'all to stand on it and say all that ignorant shit. Because more than likely, he will be the nominee in 2028. He more than likely, I can see that happening. I don't see it being anyone else but him for the Republican. That's if Trump don't try to do some kind of, it's unconstitutional, but hell, I mean, it seems like he gets away with everything, so I wouldn't be surprised he tried to do a third term or something like that, you know? I just wouldn't be surprised. Right. But you know, it was said, crap, it was said that, oh shit, hold on, what the hell was that? Oh, I forgot. Y'all, I was sitting on my phone. Now they definitely gonna call me fat ass AT2. I was sitting on my phone and I felt something vibrate. I was like, oh shit, what the hell was that? It was my phone though. Anyway, Elon was the one who suggested JD Vance. Elon knew he needed a puppet to then get to Trump. And JD Vance was that puppet. I don't think the people who voted for Trump realized that they voted for Elon Musk. So those over 100 executive orders that Trump signed, I know y'all were all like, yay, he signed the one about the trans. You know, there's only two genders. Y'all was clapping that up, but didn't pay attention to the other ones that he signed. That Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, yeah, that's all Elon right there. That's all Elon. So what's going to happen is that Elon is going to be making the decisions, you guys. He didn't spend over $200 million on Trump's campaign for nothing. And it's so crazy because a lot of times we talk about our politicians being bought and paid for. And usually we don't know who bought or paid for them, right? It's just like these magical men of power who are paying these politicians, the lobbyists and all this stuff. We usually don't see a face. Nah, this one, we see a face. We see a face with this one. Literally, Elon is the one that is the big guy, the guy we don't see. No, Elon is that guy. It was right in front of our faces. And even for me, like, I didn't see Elon as a big threat until after everything went down. And I want to apologize to my people because when I was trying to tell y'all about policy and stuff like that, y'all didn't care. Y'all don't pay attention to that shit. But I should have told y'all that Elon will be the one running the country. This man has already made his money back. That 200 and something million that he spent on Trump's campaign, he has made that back before Trump has even taken office. And he's on his way to become a trillionaire. And there's a conversation that we're not having either. How do you think Trump and Elon are fighting for the little man when they are not the little man? Like, if we want to call out Kamala and say, oh, she doesn't fight for the small people, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you can make that argument, right? But how the hell do you think that Trump is fighting for the little man? And like I explained beforehand, those tax cuts, they are not for you and me. Therefore, the people who already don't pay a lot in taxes are able to avoid paying taxes because of, government programs, which they don't call any government programs for millionaires and billionaires welfare, but it is. All those subsidies and stuff like that, they don't call that welfare, even though it is. That's why Elon is so rich. Look it up. But how those people are fighting, however, they're not really fighting for you. They're all about them. They're all about making the money. Jared Kushner, who's married to Ivanka, Trump's son-in-law, made $2 billion from the Saudis, and nobody talks about that. $2 billion from Saudi Arabia. And you know that Muslim ban, which probably is going to come back, that Muslim ban, they put all the Muslim countries except for Saudi Arabia. You want to know where the terrorists in 9/11 where those terrorists came from, most of them came from Saudi Arabia, but they were not on the Muslim ban list. So I'm just wondering, if y'all think that if you want to say the Democrats are paid and bought for, okay, I can agree with you. But if you're going to say that Trump isn't, you out your fucking mind. And now Trump is cool with China. Remember, he was talking about doing those tariffs and stuff with China? Now he wants to work out a relationship with them. You know why? Because Elon does business in China. And if Trump fucks with that, Elon's going to be like, hey, this ain't what I got you in office for, buddy. You need to fix that. Wherever Elon's companies are, those are going to be our allies now. Just know that. They're going to be our allies. That's foreign policy for you, right? Those are going to be our allies. Ukraine, now I don't too much care about Ukraine or whatnot, but Ukraine, that's gonna go back to Russia, which it once was before. That's going back to Russia. This ceasefire deal, now Joe Biden had got the ceasefire deal, but I want to see how long it's going to last. I don't know if you guys know, there's always ceasefires between Israel and Gaza. That's a thing. There's always a ceasefire. And it always gets broken, mostly by Israel, but it always gets broken, right? So I wonder how long this ceasefire is going to last. And if those exchanges of the hostages, how long that's going to be. Are they going to make sure all of that goes through? You don't know now. Don't forget, Jared Kushner said he wanted to turn that into a beach resort. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Shawnee. She said, thank you for speaking about this, AT2. I'm tired of these YouTubers playing coy, scared to talk about politics. You are the real one. Thank you. Thank you. I told you, I'm going to be in my political bag. All this year, I'm going to be in my political bag. Like I said before, I feel that the ignorant stuff, like the Wendy Williams, Jaguar Wright, and I don't want to say Wendy Williams too much, but, like the celebrity news, the Diddy and stuff like that, all that shit is like ignorant, right? At the end of the day, when you think about it. But we have to have some like real education going on, because I feel like if people were more informed, this wouldn't have went down. Which, even though the people were not all informed, I still blame the Democrats. They are still to blame for this. One of the biggest things that they could have did to even stop this was Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, should have went ahead and started that case against Trump. Should have already sent the indictments, put it through the court system and everything like that. But instead, he did not. So that's how Trump was able to run again. It should have been stopped already. Stopped it in its tracks. The messaging from the Democrats is horrible. Like, literally, they'll have these right-wing podcasters say just propaganda, but there's nothing to counteract it. The YouTubers like me, the Roland Martins, the Kyle Kalinskis, there's a lot of great people who are on YouTube, podcasters on the left, you would say. However, those voices aren't going to be amplified like Candace Owens, Tim Pool, all the other ones. Those voices are not going to be amplified to their extent. And let's be honest, the reason why is because like the Candaces, the Tim Pools, especially Tim Pool, who was paid by Russia, the Dave Rubins, Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Like, they're going to have the big people backing them because they literally are backed by corporations. A corporation isn't going to really want to back somebody who's talking about, oh, I want free healthcare for everybody. Oh, we should raise the minimum wage. No corporation want to raise no. A corporation doesn't want to give their employees any fair healthcare, money. Like, no, they're going to go with the people telling you that we need to cut taxes, but for the rich. We need to cut like, they're not going to back people like that. I'm sorry. I believe that the DNC needs to also invest money into elevating left-leaning podcasters, YouTubers, TikTokers, put their money into that, because I feel if they don't get that straightened out by 2028, we're going to have President J.D. Vance. If Trump makes it that far, because, he might already become the I don't know. Democrats gave food stamps and just expected to always get the lower class votes. Yeah, that is true. They always expect to get the lower class, the working, let's say working class. The working class, lower class, the people of color, LGBT, all the minority, marginalized groups, they always expect those votes, and they take that for granted. And, here's the thing. So, unemployment was lower under Joe Biden, but Joe Biden never bragged about it. When you look at Trump, if the stock market was great, he tweeted about it. Anything that the Democrats do, whether it's big or small, they don't say anything about it. Like, no one knows. No one knows about it. Like, everybody's kind of like, oh, they did that? Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, well, I never heard about that. But anything positive, Trump is tweeting it automatically. That's why everybody was all like, oh, Trump gave us those checks. That was great brainwashing. The stimmies. Oh, he gave us those checks. Now, he put his signature on it, which was smart because he branded it. However, the Democrats had control of the Congress. That's how you got those checks. That's how we got the unemployment. And one thing Biden should have stressed is that, hey, when I came into office, I extended the unemployment for people affected by COVID. The American Rescue Plan, the infrastructure bill. Like, nothing was really bragged about. I mean, it was mentioned, but it wasn't bragged. Like, when you do great shit, you better hold your motherfucking dick and say that shit, right? When you don't hold your dick and say it, nobody knows about it. Trump, it might be small, but he hold his dick when he say shit. Sorry to be so graphic, y'all. I'm just trying to make my point. And this is water, by the way. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Grandma Joy, Mo, I see you too. What's up, everybody? What's up? People have to take accountability. I agree with that too. I agree. People don't do their research. And and here's a couple of things too. Because I wasn't like a political major, throughout my adult years and stuff like that. But at least, I kept my ears to the street. You know what I mean? What's up, Demetria? What's up, Miss Barbara? At least I kept my ears to the street. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of paid attention a little bit. And maybe when I was 18 too, I was in college, and one of the first classes I took was political science. So it kind of helped me, right? So I totally, I was I was aware of certain things. But again, for the average day worker, say somebody working a 12-hour shift, I don't know if they turn it on the news. They probably don't want to see all that sad shit. You working a 12-hour shift, you get home, probably don't even eat, probably just go to bed because you're tired. They're not really paying attention to every little detail. They're just literally listening for the quick sound bites. That's it. They're listening for the quick sound bites. They're not listening for like actual substances. Oh, hold on, because I'm not done with the Democrats yet, but I want to say, hold on, because I'm a foundational Black American too, but fuck the FBAs, fuck those Pan Africans, fuck all them motherfuckers that was telling y'all to sit on the couch and that Kamala wasn't gonna do anything for Black people. Fuck all you motherfuckers. Fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck your daddy, fuck your kids, fuck your dog, and fuck your motherfucking cat. Even though that white Latina Fat Joe said what he said, he was right. Fuck you motherfuckers. So again, notice how yo, I told you, I'm about to go in. You motherfuckers was telling people to sit on the couch, don't go out and vote, even though one of the biggest ones, Tariq Nasheed, is registered to vote, and he was pictured in line voting. But hey, I digress. Was saying that the Democrats wasn't going to do nothing, blah, 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 and don't sit on the couch, don't vote. However, they did not have a plan. What was the plan? We were just supposed to sit on the couch? That was it? If I wasn't worried about breaking this, I would toss this shit. But I don't want to break it. But that was it? Just sit on the couch. But notice, where are they? Where are they at? Where are they? I don't know where they are. They told you just to sit on the couch, and that was it. So, were the Republicans going to give us reparations? Let's do a 30-second countdown. And white people, you can answer this one too. All the Caucasians out there, you can answer. Were the Republicans... Now, we know the Democrats will tell us one thing, but do you think the Republicans are going to give us reparations? Let's do 30 seconds. No, exactly. No, they weren't going to give shit. Abraham Lincoln did. But Andrew Jackson was the one who took it away. And not everybody got their reparations, though. Not everybody got theirs. Now, with them giving, with them getting rid of like DEI, hold on, I got oh shit, where my phone at? Hold on. Because there was something about the executive orders, all that DEI, racial, all that shit, that got thrown out the window. So you think they're gonna give you reparations? Like I said, I don't think we should even call it reparations, because when we call it that, they automatically get defensive and think we don't need it. I think we should trick them and call it a different name, right? But hold on. It was right here. It's one of the executive orders that he signed. Hold on. I'm gonna get it for y'all. Cause y'all think I just be talking just to talk. You know? Hold on. Oh, and all those January 6 people, they got a pardon. Even though they should do life in prison, they got a pardon. You know, but it is what it is. Damn, what was the exact? Shit, I can't find the exact executive order, but any of those racial programs, anything DEI, it's like two of them that he signed the executive orders to end those. Those are gone. Those are gone. It's over. Yes, slave owners got reparations. I'm glad you brought that up. Slave owners got reparations. Yes. Right, grandma. They stuff in their own pockets right now. Now, I want to say this with the FBAs. I believe in creating like a black coalition, being like, hey, we're not going to move until you give us this. You give us substance. You give us this and that. I totally agree with that. I am not against that. You know, I'm not against that at all. Like, let's start working on that now. That's my thing. Let's start working on that black coalition right now. Let's not wait until 60 days before the election and tell people not to vote. Well, damn, 60 days before the election, what are you supposed to do? You know? What are you supposed to do? Yes, I agree. It's a lineage, but it is a coalition. It's a group of people. What are we supposed to do 60 days? Now, I'm not going to say that Tariq and the other people aren't talking, like they're not on YouTube or they're not, here or there. But when it comes to the political sphere and like how to actually do something, they don't talk until it's time for an election. And more than likely, they're telling you that the Democrats are doing this and that because historically, black people vote for Democrats. I get it. I understand it. And do I think the Democrats care about us? No. We're just a number. We're just a number to them, just like everybody else. We're just a number. But I'm not going to tell you 60 days before not to vote. Mo, I know what I'm talking about. Where are they? What's our next move? They're not telling us our next move. Mo, you don't know what you're talking about. They're not telling what's the next move? And I'm not mad at you, Mo, but I'm just saying I don't know. Let me do a 30-second countdown. Can y'all tell me the next move the FBAs want us to do? Tell me the next move. 30 seconds. Okay, that's what I thought. No next move. Now, take suggestions of what the next move should be, but I don't think anyone has a plan what the next move should be. Because let's be honest, just like Tariq, Nasheed, and the rest of the FBAs, their whole thing is to make everybody angry so they have a problem, so then they can talk about it and make money off of people, quote unquote, having a problem. Because you know who else I want to say fuck you to? Fuck Jill Stein. Fuck all you third-party voters. Fuck all you people who's like Gaza, 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 but don't even care about your own fucking country. Fuck you motherfuckers. And definitely fuck that political cicada Jill Stein. Fuck you, ho. Because where is Jill Stein right now? Where is Jill Stein? Have we heard from her? Hello? Hello? Jill Stein? Jill Stein on the phone? Hold on, let me call Jill Stein real quick. Hello, Jill Stein? Where your punk ass at? The election over with, but you know, you was screaming Gaza, Gaza, but you didn't go nowhere. Where you at, Jill Stein? Where you at? Where you at, Jill? Where you at, Jill? Jill! Jill! Where you at? She sent me the voicemail, y'all. She didn't answer my call. All right. Yeah. But fuck all of you. I'm not done with Jill Stein. Shout out to Mo. Thank you. I appreciate that. He said, bro, it's a lineage. You do what you want to do. You hold your vote. So next time the Democrats come with tangibles instead of concerts and twerking. So Kamala didn't have a plan for black men, because that is actually incorrect. She came out with a plan. So and here's my argument. The thing is, let it all crash and burn down, and then next time they'll do X, Y, and Z. The last time we let it all burn and crash down, we went through a pandemic. Now, fair to say, any president would have had a hard time with the pandemic, right? But Donald Trump has shown that when it comes to disasters, chaos, a worldwide pandemic, he cannot handle that. They've been talking about this bird flu. Listen, I don't like birds. I don't want a bird flu epidemic. I don't want that. He has already shown us. But here's the thing. And let me put Mo's comment. And by the way, I'm not mad at Mo. And I'm not mad at any of you for speaking your mind. I'm not mad at y'all, by the way. I just want to let you know I'm just passionate, right? But after the election in 2021, we should have been talking about that. And like today, I am fine with us talking about it. But we're not going to wait until the election goes on and then you're like, okay, well, don't vote. Because not voting will get you nothing. Because it's just not the presidency either, you guys. In California, I can speak for what happened with us. We voted against rent control. We voted against ending slavery in our prison systems. We voted against raising minimum wage. So there's a bigger problem. And I think when people hear don't vote, they're just hearing like don't vote for nothing, like stay home, like not realizing like the propositions and stuff like that. That affects us immediately because that's more local politics. Because hell, say if you said screw the president, I'll be fine with that. But your local politics matter. And if you are telling people to stay home, then why would they even want to have a conversation with you if you're telling people like, oh, no, that ain't good enough, just stay home? That's having an adverse effect. if anything, I feel like we should say, hey, let's have a conversation. Because Tariq Nasheed, for example, um, when the California reparations bill, mind you, that bill was bullshit, by the way. I don't even know what that was that they pushed through. But the initial one, he had the Republicans on his channel, but he didn't have the Democrats that were actually trying to get the bill pushed through on his channel. So it's almost like, and mind you, the guy, it was like some Hispanic guy. I don't remember what his name. He's some kind of state senator. And he was like, well, I didn't really know what reparations were, but I just said, hey, let's just put it on the floor and let's vote for it. But I didn't really know what it was. It wasn't explained until afterwards. So I wonder what's the developing conversation with that. Like, does that mean that he's going to come back and then, because what eventually passed through was nothing. It wasn't the tangibles at all. Yes, the California Black Talk, yeah, they blocked it. And I still want to know why. And I made sure before I voted this time to vote for the opposite, or I filled in a name for the people who were a part of that, and then blocked that. Yes, Grandma Joy. Yes, exactly. Oh, I apologize. He was Middle Eastern. But Mo, he did say that he did not know what reparations was until he had asked one of his colleagues. He did say that. I'm not lying about that part. That part was true when I said that. Oh, Bijou had said, "Is it Bijou? Is it Bijou?" You know, I don't speak French. Um, yeah, I agree with this. Here's the problem: at the Democrat Party is a party of collective college-educated whites, blacks, a few Latinos, and Muslims. And the other part was that we all don't get along, and they set us against each other. That's right. That's definitely right. And I'll even go this far in saying that I feel when it comes down to it, black people, we're not all a monolith, but we see it for what it is, right? And I don't think everybody else sees it like that, especially when it comes to white women, the white LGBTQ, because they like to play the both sides, because they can be a minority and they can be a part of the status quo. What part don't I know about? And again, I'm not yelling. I'm just passionate. What part I don't know about? Because I've been dropping all fact bombs. All the facts been dropping on your head. I guess you've been ducking and dodging the facts, but trust me, I've been dropping fact bombs all goddamn show. You know, I just want to know. You know what part was wrong? Okay, let me go ahead and drop the link. Okay, we might do a part two tomorrow because it's already late. I've been out all day. Like I said, I was gonna take some time for myself. Uh, Okay, let me put on. Okay, so we got a few people in the back, so I'm gonna let y'all come on separate. Well, actually, no, I'll just do everybody together. That'll be fine. What's up, Ronnie?
Hey, AT2. Yeah, you picked a hell of a time to put this show on now, didn't you?
Yo, they told me to wake it up. Everybody was going to
Oh,
sleep. They
baby.
told me
Oh,
to wake
honey. I'm awake. Oh, I am awake.
it up. Okay, so what I'll do, Ronnie, you the lady on the panel. I'll let you go first.
All right, I'm gonna try to keep it as brief as I can because I want to hear these other gentlemen's perspectives. But AT, like I said to you earlier, listen, when a nation is doing well, you do not have a second Trump administration. You just don't have this. All right. And back in 2016, I'm sorry, in 2020, I didn't vote for Joe Biden because I thought he was going to be the greatest president. I voted for him because he wasn't Trump. And I saw the shit that went down before that. I'm so sorry for cussing. Please excuse me. But
Yeah, I already said the F word. Go ahead.
baby, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. But babe, I'm in my feelings right now. And listen, do I think anything bad personally is going to happen to me? Absolutely not. I'm in Chicago. I'm in a blue state. I'm in a blue city. It's the outskirts are red, but for the most part, they get our money from us, and that is a separate issue all of its own. But listen, any chance that we had to avoid all of this, the DNC, Susie Wasserman, she is the head of the DNC. In 2016, when she cock blocked Bernie Sanders, who was polled to win over Trump, so that she could slid in Hillary Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
That's where all of this went down. And in 2020, when America saw that they did not want a woman, let alone a white woman, telling America what to do, why did anybody think that in 2024 that America was ready for a black woman to do that? Now, here we have another thing. We got Nancy Pelosi with her broken hip getting a hip replacement in Germany because the healthcare is probably better there than it is here, calling in and cock blocking AOC from becoming the head of the overhead committee so that she could slate in a white man with esophageal cancer. This has to be a referendum on the Democratic Party as a whole. It's
Right.
done its course, and it has left us all high and dry. It has done absolutely nothing for us except slow rolled another Trump administration. And then to the third parties and stuff like that, all I'm going to say is this, At, this is where you and me divide, split hairs, because if the Democratic Party was doing so well, people would not have wanted a different outlet. Now is Jill Stein on some BS? Oh yeah, oh yeah. But the need for another party, one that was effective, one that was working for the people, is definitely needed. Now
Right.
we didn't have the luxury. We didn't even have a primary. We didn't even get a chance to choose whether we wanted Kamala or not. We were given her. We were given her. You know who had a primary, and even though they knew that he was going to be on the ticket, the Republicans did. Now, how does that look? Now,
Right.
look.
Joe Biden definitely should have dropped out earlier. And
Wait.
also I think that and I'm not against third party. I'm just against third party last minute. Go
Absolutely.
ahead.
But wait a minute. But all of this was last minute. That man said in 2020 that he recognized and was cognizant of his age and that he was going to be a gateway president until he didn't. At that point, at that moment, that's when things should have been in place. Now, listen, if
Right.
Trump was this threat to democracy, where was the infrastructure to make sure that he would have never done this again? The Democrats are showing that they cannot chew gum and walk at the same time. And now, all my life, I have considered myself a democratic socialist. And what I mean by that is that, AT, if you want to go to school, you should be able to go to school and not have to worry about crushing debt. AT,
Right.
as an American, if something is wrong with you, you should never have to worry about, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to go to the hospital and pay my rent? None of that. But yet we can spend trillions of dollars in two wars that have absolutely shit to do with us. I don't want anyone to ever tell me that we don't have the money for universal health care. I do not ever want to hear that ish. And
Right.
and
And I
and
think after Koviana, it did expose that we do have money for things. It's just
wait,
not
wait a
people.
minute, AT. We ain't even got to go through the through her. We can talk about this stuff right now. Now, listen, I am not anti-immigrant. I am not anti-immigrant. But what I am is a system that fails its people to take care of people that did not contribute to the system. I'm not anti-immigrant, but in Chicago, I had people living in tents in sub-below zero weather. We've got these Venezuelans, God bless them and their journey. But we
I'm
show
going to
homeless
make a
people,
lot of
we
people
show
mad
our
with my
homeless people
comments.
what they could have done. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, yeah.
Power. Hold on. Power. What were you saying?
I'm saying I'm going to make a lot of people mad with the way I feel about this whole situation because
Go on, baby.
I didn't want neither one of them, and they made a movie about Camila. She was the prosecutor.
Kamala.
Well, whatever her name is, she's not the
Kamala. No,
president.
don't do that. Call her Kamala. If you can
Uh,
say Horshowitz and Davakovich and all them European names, you can say Kamala.
but she's not for the black people either. They did a movie about her in California, and she was the district attorney. And it was a black man that did self-defense against 3 white men. And they were shooting at him at the train station. And he defended himself and shot them and killed one of them. She tried to prosecute this black man and give him life in jail. It's actually a movie about her. Trump, he's not for the black people either. Neither one of them were. So it's not no best of the two evils. They're pretty much equal if you actually do your research on her as well. And she was enforcing the 3-strike law in California that she was trying to give a man life because he was on his 3rd strike for stealing diapers out of the gas station because he didn't have no money for the diapers.
I don't know about the diaper situation, but I do know a situation with a guy in San Francisco.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yes.
So what? So let me ask you this, Powell. What's the name of the film? Because I try to look up real quick and I don't see no film. So was it a documentary?
No, it was a movie. Someone from Oakland told me the name of the movie. I forget the name of it.
Oscar Grant. He talking about Oscar Grant. Fruitvale Station. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And that has something to do with Kamala because that happened in Oakland.
Well, she was the district attorney of what was she, the district attorney? Or she was the DA of Oakland at the time?
No. She was the DA in San Francisco. I live in Oakland. That's two different things.
Well, she was the district attorney of California then at the time. Whenever it happened, she was in position. But I'm gonna let him finish what he's saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
So and as far as the border control, a lot of people are saying well, she shouldn't do that. I'm here in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I went to apply for a job and they told me, well, since you don't speak Spanish, we can't give you the job since you're not fluent. How should that be a thing? So it's things I agree with one side, things I agree with the other side. But America would not be better.
Are you saying the immigrants are keeping you from getting a job?
No, I'm saying not being bilingual in America stopped that job process, and it shouldn't have.
So Trump is going to stop the jobs from saying that you have to be bilingual.
No, I'm not saying that, but by the border control,
and I'm not trying to be a hard ass or nothing like
oh,
that. I'm just saying,
oh,
like, how how is that going to be resolved?
because I wouldn't have to speak Spanish to be able to apply for a certain job if everyone here are citizens that could speak English.
So, do you believe that so immigration has been a problem for years? That's not something that just started. So,
Right.
how do we fix that now?
Right now, you have to start within, and I'm not saying people shouldn't be able to come over into the United States, because they should, 100%. But when it comes to people getting taking low wages and pushing out the people that are actually from here, because I spoke to some Hispanic citizens, and they're mad at the immigrants that come over, and they talk real bad about them. So with all that being said, America won't be better until they stop funding all these other wars and spend all that money within America.
One thing I just want to correct one thing. So the Oscar Grant case, he died in 2009, but the case was resolved in 2010. Kamala didn't become the Attorney General of California until 2011.
I looked it up. I'm gonna have to go more into it.
Yes, and I think that's also one of my problems too, is because people were just saying shit but didn't have no evidence of it. Like, you can hold her feet to the fire, but again, it was like, oh, this person said this or this person put that. It's all like, okay, well, do you have the tangibles? Do you have the information, like where to look at it?
Well, can I interject for a second, AT?
Yeah.
All right. So here's the issue right here, and Powwow is demonstrating clearly what's going on here. The fact that he didn't have the tangibles, I'm not going to put that on Powwow or on any voters. As people, when we vote for these Democrats, we're looking at them to make the messaging so clear that we don't have to second guess. We don't have to do the research. On The View, when we knew that Kamala, when she lost, Sunny Houston, she had said that the reason why Kamala lost was due to misogyny. And one of the other panelists, she's like, no, that's not true. It's because of X, Y, and Z. What do you want these people to do? And Sunny said, I want them to do their research. When you've got people that are working 2 or 3 jobs to keep the lights on, to keep their families together, no one has got the mental bandwidth to be doing all of that research. But yet we paid people to go to Washington to plead our case. And clearly they're not doing it well enough to the degree where people like Powwow would have to be pulling things, out of the ethers, that the messaging and the evidence would have been clear and presented.
That's true. I do think that the messaging is horrible. And I did say that because somebody who's working a 12-hour shift or just going about their everyday life, they're not going to be looking at certain things and trying to get information. Like, they're just trying to they're trying to feed themselves. Let me get Mo in here. Yes. Mo, go ahead.
All right, what up with you, bro?
And Mo, I just want to say I appreciate you. I wasn't yelling at you. I'm just passionate.
Oh no, I don't take no issue with it. But I just want to address a couple of things, bro. You spreading a little misinformation. In terms of FBA first, FBA is a lineage. It's not a political group. Now that ADOS is supposedly like a political organization or whatever. FBA is just supposed to specifically speak to foundational Black Americans, people that descend from people that were here before slavery ended.
Because I thought thought the name, because I remember the ADOS, but I thought that they changed the name to FBA because a lot of people don't say American
ADOS.
descendants of slavery no more.
Right. Yeah, it's two different things. ADOS, they started doing chapters and trying to make it an organization, and they got leaders, and but Foundation of Black Americans is specifically just speaking to, just like people are Jamaican or Haitian, we're Foundation of Black American. We're not like just a generic African. You understand? So
Got it. Got it.
because a lot of people have issue with saying I'm African American, and they say, hey, I've never been to Africa. So we just specifically say, okay, we're a Foundation of Black Americans. So we're not Haitian, we're not Jamaican, we don't come from anywhere else but here. That's the first thing. So it won't be a, hey, so Tariq can't tell us, hey, don't vote, which I never heard him say don't vote. He said what he was gonna do, and other people said that's whatever they're gonna do. So that's that. Now, in terms of voting, well, let's go to the caucus, out there in California. What happened was the Democrats, the Black Caucus, they were working on the bill for several years. They were coming up with the bill. They said there was some issues. They took it back, rewrote it. The Black Caucus didn't bring it to the floor. Somebody put it in a recess or something like that. And then the Middle Eastern guy, he brought it down to the floor. And I'm sure you saw the videos where they were arguing with him. They mad at him, you know what I mean, because he did it. So what was said was Gavin Newsom gave word to him and said, hey, I'm not going to pass that bill. I'm not going to sign it. So don't even bring it to me.
The funding.
So
yeah.
Well, I don't know if that was the issue, but he said he wasn't going to pass it.
Yeah, that was one of the issue was the funding. So basically he didn't want to bring it to the floor because he didn't want to be the one to have to veto it because he want to look like it because he's trying to run for president.
Exactly, but that's a problem though. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're supposed to keep voting for Democrats and we got this bill, you didn't even have to, it wasn't no money attached to it. It was just a bill to create an organization to get people's lineage together, to figure out who's supposed to get the money. That's what Foundation of Black American is for specific lineage.
Right. And I want to clarify something too. These reparation bills, they're for the study. They are for the study of.
Well, they did the study. That's what they were working on. They did a study, but what was key with that bill is to open a like we had a Freedmen's Bureau that we had back after slavery. This was going to have a specific Freedmen's Bureau for the state of California to get people's lineage. They were going to have people that would do research to find your lineage, to trace all that down. And that was going to give, like, I forgot how many millions of dollars to do that first. And then once they got all the people, then they would have came up with the money and decided how they were going, what tangibles they were going to get. So that's why that was very important. So that's that part, right? Now let's get to the voting part. When you said don't sit on the couch, whatever the case, and what's the plan? Now you said something about Tariq. Tariq didn't tell people not to vote. That's first. And Tariq talk about what's going on socially and politically damn near every day for years. Like it ain't just started before the election. Now, to that, Black people vote Democrat. We've been voting Democrat since 1932 or something like that. Like the majority of us, we haven't gotten tangible things done for us specifically, right? So that's a problem. The people.
So you would say the Civil Rights Act was not tangible?
I mean, well, if you look at the Civil Rights Act benefited everyone, not specifically us, right? And if you look at Martin Luther King has a video they never promoted where he was. It was a week before he passed. He was planning the last march to Washington. He said they got their ass whooped, all types of stuff to get the bill passed. And he said they let these immigrants come over here. They give them subsidies. They give them tangibles to keep them from falling. They let them get land grants, whatever. They don't give us nothing. Next time we march to Washington, we're going to get our check. So they didn't get nothing, right? They didn't do nothing specifically for Black folks. It didn't change our conditions. Things got worse. We started losing businesses and infrastructure. You understand what I'm saying? So that civil rights, that was something for everyone. You get what I mean?
Right.
So
but
okay, cool.
I even still argue with that because my thing is that just because the Civil Rights Act was passed doesn't mean like racism ended. Like
no. It's not about wait. It's not about ending racism. It's about getting justice, fairness, and justice by federal law because we were slaves. Federal.
Oh, your mic cut out, or is it my mic?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah. So what I said was slavery was a federal law. Jim Crow federal law. Us not being able to vote, us being able to we get killed, nothing happens, whatever was federal law. So we're not trying to change.
Oh, that was his. Okay. Oh, here he is.
Hello? Yeah.
Okay, go
Oh
ahead,
yeah.
Mo.
Okay. So what I said was we trying to get fairness and justice by federal law. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what the Civil Rights Bill was for. Now let's go to the DEI uh affirmative action. If you research that, white women were made minorities. Everybody was a minority, right?
Right.
So that benefit, if you look up DEI,
White
and
women are 63% of leadership in DEI.
yeah, exactly. Then the
Yeah.
next would
And
be
affirmative action, but then
exactly
with the
same thing.
affirmative action, they use the Asians to go ahead and get that repealed because they're like, oh, they're not letting you in. But in actuality, it was the legacy that were not getting the Asian students in. And so now they've done
Right.
the research and the studies, and they still getting screwed.
Right. They ended up their our admissions didn't change. You talking about specifically with that Harvard thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the
Mm-hmm.
Asians and the Hispanics, all those numbers went down because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so because it wasn't benefiting us. So all these civil rights, the DEI, when they said that's dog whistles because white people they know that this stuff benefit white women. I don't know. So my thing, I don't know if they got a war with the white women still, or if it's a dog whistle to try to affect us. You
Well,
understand what I'm saying?
here's the thing. I don't think they mind the white women. I think it's anybody else because that money is not coming into the home. So even though it was 63% of white women, that other 47%, they don't want
37,
that.
37%.
36, yeah, the other
But
37%, they don't want that.
but that's not kind of not true because you see they got to push for the H-1B visas, right? So those are people from mostly East Asian countries, right? Like India,
Mm-hmm.
those countries like that. So they still want immigrants to they, you know what I mean? And the thing is when they, you know, they act like that's specifically gonna hurt us, this stuff never benefited us. So back to the point with the Democrat, I think it's smart if all black. I wish all black people would have voted a third party, right? Because if the
Mm-hmm.
Democrats, let's say they got 0% of the black vote, what do you think
Mm-hmm.
is going to happen the next time? They're gonna say, "Yo, we really got to give these niggas something. We can't just put Megan up there. Megan and lost too much weight. The ass ain't like it was. Maybe if the ass was still fat, I would have voted for him,
Wait. But if you got a problem with Megan, do you have a problem with Kid Rock performing like for
bro.
Donald
No,
Trump?
bro.
Because
They
I feel like we
Kid
comparing the
Rock. Kid
celebrities,
Rock,
but
wait. Well, no. You gotta look. You gotta tighten up, bro. You gotta tighten. I like you. You gotta tighten up. Look, I don't mind you doing the political commentary, right? But we gotta call it down the middle. We call out both sides, right? We don't pick no
right.
sides because that's what wrong
But
with black. That's what happened with
I
us.
honestly didn't think anything was wrong with Megan performing.
Well, no, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay, let me let
You
you finish. I'm
you
sorry.
they pandering to us. You know, you pandering. You don't go get with our best and our brightest to talk about, hey, what do black people want? And back to the FBA thing, the significance behind it, because it's against the law to do something that's race based. So with that Kamala black male plan, if you read it, it said for black men and others, with when it's something that's supposed to be for us, we usually don't get the benefits of it. So it would have been going to white men, white women, Hispanics, Asians, you know what I mean? So that wasn't really nothing tangible. But if you're foundational Black American, you can do things that are lineage based, like they do the Native Americans. And with immigrants encompasses all immigrants, right? So they could do things specifically for Jewish people or specifically for Italians when they get something like they got something done to them here, they got reparations. Because it was specifically to a lineage of people. You get what I mean? So that's why the
Right,
significance of foundational Black Americans. So and
right.
that's who I voted for, Cornell West.
Okay, and I want to read Genesis. Thank you, Genesis. She said, excuse me, Dr. Cornell West could have been a formidable candidate, but the ballot access stopped him. Yes, that is true. But here's my question for you. So who is in Congress and the Senate who's FBA? or who speaks for the FBA? Do they have anybody who speaks for them currently in Congress or
For
in?
them, you FBA, your family comes from South Carolina,
Yeah,
right?
but here's the thing. But again, if there's nobody running to represent us, how do we? So we have to go through some kind of not, why do I want to say valley? But we have to go through somebody.
Right, I
So
understand. No, listen,
yeah,
listen.
like
Well,
because
listen,
even with
listen.
Cornell West, he was the Freedom Party, right?
Yeah, I think so because he left the
Yeah,
Green Party. Yeah.
yeah, he was the Freedom Party, and even with Jill, still fuck Jill Stein, but even with Jill Stein with the Green Party, like, how would you be able to run as president with just executive orders? Like, because you have
No.
Democrats and
Well, you listen,
go ahead,
listen,
go
listen. We don't have to have a president, right? Because it's too easy
ahead.
to have a person co-opted like Obama, right? We loved Obama. He did nothing for us, right? He didn't speak for us. He didn't speak up for us. More black kids got killed in the street on
I don't
camera.
like when you say Obama didn't do nothing. We
What did
was
he
in a
do? Well,
recession,
tell
and
me.
he
I
I
so
said, what
I
did he do
feel
for
the
black?
same. I
What did he
feel
do
the
for black
same
people?
way.
so. Here's the thing. Did he do something specifically, as in, like, okay, what was he going to do for black people? Like, did you vote for him because you thought, oh, he's going to get in here and do stuff for black people?
I mean,
Specifically,
bro,
is that why
I
you
was a
voted for him?
kid, bro. I was young, bro. I voted for him. I was young, and he was a black president. It was like, oh damn, all my elders in
So,
my family were excited. We never had that. So
yes.
like,
So
who
the
got a chance
first
to?
2 years that he was in office, he had the Congress and he had the Senate. But
Right.
even
And
with
what
a
did he
large
do? What did he
Democrat
do though,
Senate and Congress, do you think that he would be able to pass bills specifically for black people with him being the first black president?
bro? You could do executive orders for stuff, and then they'll figure it out later.
Okay,
And
but as
veto
far as
bills.
money, as far as money, you have to get that through Congress.
No. You could do it, and we don't. It ain't, I'm not saying he had to do something like reparations, but
But
he
what
could
did you
have.
want him to do?
Well, you could do tangibles. We got issues with our schools. We have issues with training for people to get learn things, trades, and they just like they know how to word things about inner city communities. They're talking about black people. They know how to word things for rural communities. They're talking about white people. They know how to word things to not say a specific race, but to do things for that race. You could have made sure the schools were tightened up. Our schools had all the curriculum they needed so our kids would be successful when they leave, and then not talk
And
about
I
the
got
crime later.
a question. So how good was that Obamacare to you, AT?
Well, I have the Affordable Care Act got me health care right now. So it's been well for me because with me being a YouTuber, I don't have Google don't give us health care. So thank you, Obamacare. Now it's called Cover California, what I have, but again, they don't call it Obamacare. It's called the Affordable Care Act.
And you are satisfied with it?
No, it could be better. And I think with basically it's something that needs to be built upon. And I won't be satisfied until it's universal health care.
Right, and that's what Bernie Sanders was trying to do,
But
but
I'm not
they
like
backdoor.
waiting and I'm not waiting in the hospital like for 10 hours to see a doctor or any of this other stuff. So I don't have I have a problem with how high it is, but other than that, like, I'm blessed to have health insurance.
Right, so I mean, I have insurance. I
So,
don't have.
so you said you was young when Barack was in office, right? Now, this wasn't specifically for black people, but you were able to stay on your parents' insurance until you were
Well, no,
26,
I'm saying
right?
I voted. I
Mhm. No,
was
I'm because I can list things that he has done, but as far as for black people, you are correct, right? But
right,
my thing is like with him being the first black president, do you think they would have allowed him to get in there and say, and just like you said, how they reword stuff? He would have had to try to reword stuff in that first 2 years, but we were going through a recession.
bro. He's a politician, bro. You telling me he don't know how to word things? Come on,
Oh,
man. You telling me they don't know how to write? They don't know how to
no,
write.
no.
They don't know how to write bills because we didn't have the knowledge that we have now in terms of saying, okay, foundational Black American. Because we got our brothers and sisters that come from the diaspora. They're immigrants, so they will fall up on the DACA, and they get all those types of things, right? If they can get, which they make sure a lot of the black immigrants don't get the benefits of a lot of the stuff that a lot of Hispanics and Asian, Indian, whatever get. But with Obama, he's a politician, bro. He knew what to do, but in particular, we had we had our kids dying that we like there were national news. Trayvon Martin. You know, he could have did something about that. You could have sent Eric
I thought he did do an executive order when he was president. I have to look that up. Keep going though.
No, he didn't. He said Eric what's his name? He had the same name as the dude
Eric Holder.
Eric Holder. He sent him down to Ferguson to look at the Mike Brown thing. Now, you should have brought that to the Supreme Court. I don't know what the findings were because people said he was hands up. He said hands up, don't shoot. He got shot, right? But that man got off, he retired, got an early retirement. They raised like $4 million for him. He moved off into we don't even know where he at now. We had people getting choked out. Eric Gardner, he got choked out in New York on camera. Dude got off, got an early retirement. So we had these things start hiking up under Obama. We started hearing about this stuff. And then, it's unfortunate. The camera phone
hold
became big.
Hold on. So we're gonna blame the black man for stuff happening to black people.
No. I'm not blaming him for things happening, but I'm saying if I'm the president and this stuff is happening, okay, well, it's things you could do. You could send your attorney general down and just take the Supreme Court because he ain't gonna get a fair trial where he at. Ferguson very racist. Down in
but also too, Mo, that deals with local politics.
That's why you send your attorney general down, and now we're gonna take it federal because it's corruption down here. It's come on, bro. The federal government override the state. If there's something going on, you send your attorney general and he don't find nothing allegedly, and then you let it go. Come on, man, these kids.
Well, no, there's still state rights though. So how would they be able to do that?
Well, no, because
they still have rights.
Yeah. But if the federal government, okay, when he sent attorney general down to look at it, okay, if he could say, well, look, I don't think this is fair. Let me go and do something. We can take it federal, right? So that's the whole point of him sending his attorney general to look at the findings. And it was some stuff that was sketchy. We didn't see the case. It was a state case. It wasn't on TV, right? We could have saw it. Federal cases don't be on TV, but that was a state case. It wasn't on TV. Same thing with Trayvon. We didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? We just saw like people report it later, and it was just too many conflicting things that we didn't see. So they should have took that. He could have took that federal, bro. You can't just. I mean, you know what I mean? So you saying that he could have took the state case and then made it federal? You send your attorney general down, and if the attorney general, he was a black man, he going down, and you go down, and you got all these conflicting stories that he heard.
The attorney general is its own department for the United States. Like
exactly.
I do not believe that he would have had the authority to make that case federal.
Yeah, he went down to Ferguson to look at the findings with the Mike Brown. Well, it wouldn't be no reason for you to go down if you didn't have the ability to make it a federal case or move it to a higher court.
Influence, but I don't think he had the authority to do that. I will look that up to make sure, but I don't think he had the authority to do that.
Okay, well, we could both do some independent research. I know he went down, right? And I know I don't see a reason for him to go down there if he didn't have the authority to say, hey, this is something not right. Let's take this to a higher court. You understand what I'm saying? So, but I don't want to stay on Obama too long. But my point is, though, with black people, we've been voting Democrat 90 years, bro, over 90 years. And our conditions haven't gotten better. You understand what I'm saying? So,
what are the Republicans offering us?
Who said vote Republican? See, that's the problem. See, you thinking like a Democrat. You thinking like a Democrat, bro. I said it when I said if we hold
y'all niggas to sit on the couch. Watch.
Yeah, I voted for Cornell West. I mean, you don't have to, but what happens though? But they saw the loss in numbers this time. So guess what's going to happen the next time the Democrats come back? They're going to be trying to figure out what's this FBA thing. Well, let's see if we can get some tangibles for y'all niggas. Maybe we get you
Right.
some free junior college or something.
Right. They
Right?
gonna have Gavin Newsom in a kente cloth and everything. He gonna
Well,
try
no,
to get.
I mean, but see, that's the problem, and that's the problem. You see what I mean? You go put on kente cloths.
But here's the thing: if they do reach out to us, they be like, "Oh, they pandering." Like it's a
Yeah, but
it's a
you can't. Don't
lose
pander.
situation.
No, it's not. Don't pander to us.
Okay, so it seems like anytime they reach out to black people, it's called pandering.
No, when you go put on kente cloths and then take a knee, that's
No, okay,
pandering, bro.
take off the kente cloth, right?
They did it already,
If they
though.
go to the black community, it's called pandering
They already did it, though.
automatically. So
No. You
I don't know
pandering.
what's the difference between reaching out and pandering.
No.
What's the
That's
difference?
not what you call reaching out. Putting on kente cloth and kneeling for George Floyd.
Well, no, that wasn't reaching out. That was to show solidarity or something like that. But I'm talking about reaching out to black people.
That was pandering. Well, reach out to black people with tangibles. Don't reach out to black people with Megan Thee Stallion twerking.
That, you're gonna say, "Oh, they ain't gonna really do that." Oh, they ain't gonna.
That's
really
not
do
true.
That.
That's not true. If you ever noticed, you never heard the Democrats promise black people anything. It's called a benign neglect. That happened after Lyndon B. Johnson. Like, don't promise.
They do offer something. Now, do they actually complete it? No.
What did they offer to black people? What have they offered to do for black people?
No, they were supposed to sign. Joe Biden big thing was that they were supposed to sign the George Floyd bill.
Bro, George Floyd bill. Bro, George. I mean, listen, bro. If a nigga gotta die to get something, we gotta die. I'm talking about tangibles for people that are living and walking the earth. That's what I'm saying. Tangibles. You get what I mean? In the George Floyd bill, of course, it would have worked. It would have been something that would have been. It's federal, and it would have applied to everybody. But I'm talking about tangible benefits for black people. Like you could you could fund our schools more. You could do stuff.
But that's the thing too. It's not going to be, unless it's reparation, it's not going to be a specific bill for just black people. It's always going to have that liaison of it benefits people, the overall marginalized groups.
No. Now listen. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with Tesla Figueroa. Are you familiar with her?
No.
She used to be on the Breakfast Club. She was like the political analyst they had. Tesla, she did an interview a couple months
I do know her. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, she's from out there in LA also. But Tesla was speaking about the Democrats. They raise money all the time, and they do outreach. Little dude, I don't know. She can't be talking about me, but listen, they do.
Oh, because your picture is small. That's what you said. I don't think she was trying to be funny. Yeah. Okay. Your picture is small.
Okay. So, but the thing, they raise money all the time. They have people working in communities. Democrats, they all do this. They all are always doing something. And she said, the money that they raise, they getting 300,000-400,000. Kamala raised 2.5 billion. They saying 2.5 billion. You can't just get all that money, spending it now, like giving it to little goofy dude. And let me make my point real quick on this one. You raising all this money. They're raising money for 4 years. You could put money in the community. Like people get 300,000. You can go to a city was a highly populated black city, Detroit, highly populated that you need to win. And you can go and fund some programs, and you could go and do little resumes.
Campaign, they can't use that to like give to people.
They can. Yeah. Because what I'm saying is they don't give it directly. Like if they came to you, they wouldn't give it directly to you unless you started.
It would be through the company or the LLC for media.
Right. So you start a company, and then they give you 300,000, and then you go set up some programs. I'm getting people to learn how to do HVAC, and I'm gonna fund it. How many people? And then you let them know, hey, yeah, man, I got the funding came from the Democratic Party. I got my brother, he senator, and he hooked me over the funding. And then the people know that, damn, they putting bread in the neighborhood. And that word is spread. You could do that all over the country, especially in highly black populations, which they don't do. They get the money
Well,
when
the
it's
money that they give is for advertising, though.
no. I'm saying they're raising money.
During the campaign, that's money that they give for like advertising and stuff
Right?
like that.
No. I prefaced
So
it
they wouldn't be able
by
to use that money
no.
to start trade and teach people. They can't
No.
use that campaign money.
No. What I said was, you see how much money she raised in that short amount of time. I'm saying they are raising money all the way. They started raising money now. So and they got money and they could right now be doing stuff and having these community organizations funding them and saying, hey, we teaching people how to do the resume. We getting people hooked up with jobs. We doing this. We doing that. We gonna send you to barber school. We taking these guys who don't have no options and giving them some tangible things and then tell them, hey man, this came from the Democrats. So guess what they gonna do? Yo, bro, hey man, they be looking out for the community. I'm gonna vote Democrat.
But they need to do that when they in office, not during the campaign.
No. They're raising money now because they're gonna run in 2 years, and then they're gonna run another 2 years.
But
right?
but they need that money for the campaign. They can't spend it
No.
people.
No. They can spend. They're gonna keep raising money, bro. They keep getting money from APAC. You know how much they get?
No, they can't use that money to then help
Yes,
people.
they can.
No.
They can, man.
They can't. I'm gonna pull up what they can use their campaign finances for.
I'm not talking about the campaign money in particular. I'm talking about them raising money for the party in general because the party has money. They raise money in general.
Yeah, that goes to the DNC though.
The DNC, and they give money out to different. They just like when they were talking about the like with the campaign, they funded different areas, right? So they do this all year. They do this every year, all year.
Yeah, but they can't take the money and then do a training school and all that. And
No.
Hey,
you give it. Okay. You give it to a community organization. I'm not saying the DNC say, hey, we open a trade. No, you give it to a community organization. This community organization, they do them with the money they do stuff with the money to help the community. And then you tell the people, hey, this is where it came from. Just like they were paying TikTokers, but the TikToker got the money from the company.
Yeah, because they were advertising.
You could do if they get you.
No,
and they give you 100,000
with the money.
No. Listen. Let's say you sign with one of these companies. I think you probably will get signed with a company about 2 years. You can sign with your company that's gonna fund you, right? And you can't be up here talking this nonsense. You gotta play it like you're supposed to. But let's say they give you 500,000 and you take 100 yourself and do this for some people in the community. And you tell them, yeah, man, this money came from you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But they can do that, but that's not something I can say like, oh well, the Democrats gave me. I don't think that's
you already promoting. No, you already promoting. You already doing promotion. So you don't help them get.
Well, I'm not trying to get the promotion. This is free 99. What I'm doing, I'm not getting paid.
No. I'm not saying you're doing it now. I'm saying you getting paid to promote, right? So you already gonna be promoting the Democrats, but you gonna take the money and put it back in the hood. You gonna say I'm putting it back in the community, and you gonna like, yeah, man, this, and you already working. You promoting and you helping the community. So they be like, oh damn, Democrat dude came through and did some stuff for the people. Stuff for the kids, you know what I mean? So got some people, help some people get into drug rehab, whatever. You know what I mean? So
right. I'll have to, because I know Genesis does taxes. I have to ask about that. I get where you're going, and I like that.
And the thing, look, and if they pay you some money, and then you're gonna have to file taxes on it. Now you take the money, put it back in the community, and you're gonna file taxes and say, I spent some of this money on this. Tax write-off, right? So, but you still gonna be promoting for the Democrat. So you could kill two birds, one stone. Yeah, man. Look, this, look, go look out for it. So that's bro, what you think they doing all this money, bro? You know what I'm saying? I think I heard DJ Academic said Kamala now sent him a check. He ain't promote the Democrats one. He was talking about he voted for Trump, bro. You get what I'm saying? So
I don't think they sent him. I think he just be talking shit.
I don't see why he would lie. He said they sent the money.
Did he run any ads though?
No, he didn't know.
Yeah,
What they gonna do to him?
See, that's the thing. He couldn't just take their money and not run any ad.
You
DJ
can't.
academics just be talking shit.
I don't think he'll lie about that. It don't make no sense for him to say that lie though. You get what I'm saying? Like it don't make no sense for somebody to easily.
DJ academics be telling them lying. Well, let me say
somebody,
that he's very biased.
He what?
He's very biased.
Yeah. He said he wasn't voting no way, but I mean it's easy to you can prove it though. But it's easy to prove though. It's easy to prove when they put out just like they put out last week about they paid this company and they were paying this dude on TikTok and Twitter. He just be on there just cussing, going crazy. Real feminine dude. Yeah. He's just going crazy all the time. And he was signed to the company.
I think.
Yeah, Too Raw. Yeah. But he was signed to this company. And there was another dude that's big on YouTube. He was signed to the company also. And then you kind of find out like, oh, that's why he was promoting the Democrats so hard. So, you know what I mean? So you can put the two and two together. You get what I mean?
I'm gonna look up the campaign finances and see if DJ Academics was really paid. Can somebody look it up for me real quick?
And the thing with Academics, he probably got a company you probably have to know the names of his whatever company he sent it to. You know what I mean? But whatever the case is, we know they pay people. You get what I mean? And you can do what you please with the money. You get what I'm saying? So that's my whole point though. But Tesla is more politically astute way more politically astute than I am. And she said it on the Breakfast Club. So if she said that, I'm taking like, okay, I believe it because she can help people get elected and all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
Was it the most recent interview that she did? Because she's been on there a couple of times.
It was right after the election though.
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and look at her interview to get the what she's saying. And I'm not saying you're lying, just so I can get the exact verbiage so I can look it up. Just to make sure. But Mo, I'm gonna let on my next two guests. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate you. This is a good conversation. I like these conversations. And again, I wasn't yelling. I'm just passionate.
Oh no, bro! Don't take no offense to nothing, bro. I appreciate it, man. All right, man.
I appreciate you. You have a good one.
Oh, yeah.
That was dope. I like Mo. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with Genesis and Miss Barbara. So I'm gonna let y'all duke it out while I go off camera. I'm gonna give you something to drink.
I want to say to the chat, happy Martin Luther King Day, the most important day of the world. Martin Luther King, he fought for us to get equality in housing. And I feel that Donald Trump will be leading us to that. I have my reasons for that. And I want to bless everybody. And I wanted to come on camera, but I waited all day for AT2. But from now on, y'all will be seeing my face. Y'all have a blessed day. Goodbye.
Thank you, Miss Barbara. Okay. I guess there's no issue. Okay. What's up, Genesis? How's it going?
Hey, how are you? So I mainly came up here to talk about ballot access and how Dr. Cornell West was railroaded in this process, right? So I was a part of the Dr. Cornell West campaign. And pretty much what happened is that they changed the laws to get ballot access, right? So they made it so that he had to almost have $100,000 raised, and I think like 100,000 people to sign up for even just Texas alone. Other states, he was not even on the ballot. He wasn't on the ballot in Texas. He was not on the ballot anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty much only about a few states that he was on the ballot. Now, the FBAs, which Mo was talking about, they were in process of like actually thinking about he's a fool too. Y'all are that's crazy. That is crazy. So you think that Kamala is better than a Cornell West, a Dr. Cornell West that have been fighting, getting arrested, being out here on the front lines in the battle for justice this whole time, and y'all gonna call him a fool? Really?
I listen. I have respect for Dr. Cornell West, but he's one of those weird Bernie people. So in turn, I don't have any respect for him because he's one of those Bernie people.
So Bernie people in what way?
Hey, Mo, it's cool. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate it.
You say Bernie people. Well, Bernie people in what way? Bernie people. What do you mean?
Like, I feel like and maybe this is partially Mo too, because he did bring up Bernie, but then he kind of moved on to something else. Like, I feel like a lot of you Bernie Sanders people won't let it go. Like, a lot of y'all be like, Bernie was this, Bernie was that. I honestly, this might be a little controversial. I know the poll said that he would have beat Hillary Clinton. I mean, he would have beat Donald Trump, but I feel like Donald Trump was going to get in there anyway. I don't think it would have been too much of a well, maybe it would have been a closer race, but I think Trump was probably going to win that election.
Honestly, I voted for Kamala at the end. You know what I'm saying? So if I
had we discussed that. You're right.
I did. I voted down the line Democrat. But however, if I would have really had the choice, I would have preferred to vote for Dr. Cornell West, because I feel like,
so he wasn't on your ballot in Texas either.
He was not. Nope. You had to write him in, and see, people too lazy to write people in. You know what I'm saying? But if you actually look at his page, you'll see that his policies included a lot of like programs and stuff like that, including like reparations, making that a discussion, making reparations discussion. When it comes down to just human rights, civil rights as a whole, like when it really comes down to single motherhood, he had a lot of like good things on his ballot, but people did not even look it up. They did not. He has a whole website that has his whole thing on there. Kamala, I don't even think that she even had anything.
She had a website.
She did?
Yeah. And it literally, on her website, it had what her policy was and then what was Trump's like alternative to what he wanted to do.
Okay, so maybe I looked at it before it had gotten up there, because I've been
because in the beginning when she first was announced, there was no policies on there, and I talked about that. And then I want to say after she became the official nominee, then they had policies on there.
Well, I'll just say this: when it really comes down to it, we always want to only have the choice of Democrat and Republican. The only time I really seen a formidable candidate that's independent was when Ross Perot was there, and he happened to be a billionaire, right? And you didn't hear a debate happen between the independent people and the people, the two, Kamala, an independent person, and Trump. So it only made it people feel like they only had two choices, right? And so I don't think it was fair. Like when it really comes down to it, ballot access needs to be really important in the next elections, because people that are running need to be able to just run their campaigns. Of course, there have to be some level of, foresight on if you have that ability. But I know that even in Texas, he had the whole Muslim community behind him. You know what I'm saying? He had, right. And then also FBA began to like get behind him at a certain point too. So,
right. It kind of goes back to the same question I was asking Mo. Like, okay, so who's in office that represents that group? Like, because, okay, say if Cornell West did get the presidency, right? Say if he got it. Well, how would he be able to push any policies if he doesn't have the House or the Senate? And especially, it's not even a split House because there's nobody else there backing him up. So would he then be like an independent? But then how does that work? Because
you think because he's independent, the Democrats probably wouldn't get behind some of his policies. He has some very good policies on his website.
Right. I feel like they would not get behind his policies. I feel that the way the country is moving right now, which is very unfortunate, and hopefully this changes within the next 4 years, I feel like it's moving more to the center.
Well, I think it's really getting really weird because, now it's going to even, I think it's going to get further even weird because now we have a person that's up there, Elon Musk. He's getting more people on that Neuralink. He's getting programming people. And then, he's on Twitter. Hopefully he does not try to buy TikTok. So it's going to further like bring him up even more. And he's getting people. I think that really is crazy how Trump is pushing this whole technology push, and that is dangerous because AI is not it's not something that is control. Like it could go the wrong way, all the way. And he's using Elon Musk. And it's crazy how Elon Musk was able to like buy votes for Trump. What do you mean? Well, I'll give you $10 a piece if you vote for Trump or whatever he was.
Or he was doing that $1 million raffle thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And shout out to Miss Order. She said, Black Americans, this is our special day. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Yes. Thank you, Miss Barbara.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Martin Luther King. But that should show even more. Like Cornell West is a part of that whole civil rights movement aspect. So to me, I'm like, when it really comes down to civil justice and really understanding the people, he's in there with the people. He when he was campaigning, he stayed over with the people. He was a grassroots when it really came down to it. And I feel that's important. Like you're not just so big for your britches that you have no idea what the people are going through.
So here's the thing. That whole whatever happened between him and Jill Stein with the Green Party thing, I think that honestly hurt him.
He was still cool with Jill Stein. It wasn't like a bad thing. I think he wanted
No. He said, hold on, Genesis. You're about to make me pull up the interview because he was saying he was seeing some stuff that wasn't right, and he said it was a little racist. Did you not see that?
No, I didn't see that. No.
Yeah. Mo voted for Cornell West. Mo, he did say like the Green Party was kind of racist, right? Is Mo still in here? I know I didn't make that up. I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
From what I understood is that I thought that they were still cool, like they were still okay, but he just wanted to like have his own party.
No, they had a falling out. No. Yeah.
Well, that's
okay. I knew I didn't make that up. Yeah, they had some kind of falling out, and he was all like, "Yeah, I'll try to get him, try to get some things, done." And they're like, "Nah," and there was like some
the way that he did it seemed like when he discussed it with us was more like he did not want to be beholden to the Green Party or any of the independent parties and how they wanted to like go about things when it came down to his campaign and how he ran. So
because he basically split the Green Party when he dropped out from being their candidate.
Oh, he did.
Well, he split it because there was people all like, well, damn, I thought we were just all going to get behind Cornell West. And then that's when Jill Stein decided to run and, be the Green Party representative.
Okay, I didn't know about that part because what I understood is that they were still at least cordial with each other. So I don't know.
Right. I think Katorbe missed my fuck Jill Stein rant. I think she missed it.
I didn't see that.
Yo, that's why Mo came up because I was like, fuck the FBAs. Fuck them. I was going off.
FBAs? Oh man, that's your own lineage though.
Yeah, but he explained it to me. Now he still says that FBAs aren't a coalition, it's the lineage. And I totally get it's a lineage, but it's not a group as well too.
It's a group.
Okay, it is a group. Okay, yeah, that's why I was all like, no, I know, like I know I am an FBA. Like I know
it's
that,
a group of people that are like
lineage.
financial, foundational black.
Listen, Tariq Nasheed is rich as fuck, and he doesn't live near any of you FBAs. He lives near the Caucasians, so this nigga getting money.
He is getting money, but I will say this is that he is creating a certain level of pride within the foundational black.
Right.
I'm actually not bad at Tariq by doing that. I mean, it's great, but I think that him and ADOs should have got together and worked together. I don't know why there was like this discord between ADOs and FBA. If the whole thing is, I think that because ADOs is also Pan-Africanism, it's African diaspora, and
right. I used to call you a Pan-African, and you didn't know what that was.
Oh no, he went in on me. I went up there and I was talking about Pan-Africanism, and he cussed me out. So I was like,
and no. And here's the thing too, because a lot of people think that activists should be broke. I don't think activists should be broke. I wouldn't consider Tariq Nasheed an activist necessarily, but I will say this: I would like to see where the money goes to. Where
He
does
has
the
a
money go to?
museum. He has a whole museum in downtown LA called the Hidden
Right,
History
he has
Museum.
a museum, but
And then he
you know,
put
is it
together
building schools? Is he, you know, what Dr. Omar done been building the school
you
since
want him to
I was
build a
in
school like
school.
Omar?
So where is the school? Where is the goddamn school?
He has a museum. That's as close to a school as we get. You know what I'm saying? A
Oh.
museum. It's a
Listen, this
museum
is why we
downtown
don't get the
LA.
reparations, because people like
Have you been?
Mo,
Wait,
people like Genesis.
have you been to the Hidden History Museum in downtown LA?
You know what? Next
They
time I
take
go
you
to
a
LA,
whole
I'm gonna
block.
wait till you know I'm gonna wait for a minute to go to LA. But next time I go, I will go to that museum. I will go, and I'll do a vlog on it. I will.
Yeah, because Dr. Umar talked about even in the Smithsonian how they like really only went by like if you had enough money, then you get a big old place in the Smithsonian. But then there's like a little place for like Marcus Garvey, a little place for like this person, that person. But if you're like, you know, LeBron James, you get like a whole floor. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like he has a whole hidden history museum in downtown LA. It might not be a school, but it's a place where you can get history of Black people, of our struggle and things like that. So
it's a start. I'll say that it's a start.
It's a start. It's a whole block.
The reason why Elon Musk was able to whatchamacallit, get what he wanted is because he had the money in the backing.
Well, did y'all talk about how he did a whole Nazi salute at the end of his thing? When
No, I did not talk about that. I with Elon, honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm waiting for the downfall of him and Trump. And I wasn't going to play this clip, but I do kind of want to play this clip, though. Keep talking, Genesis, while I look for this clip.
Yeah, I think it's crazy how, like, he did that salute. Then they had, like, some preacher up there, and he was doing the Martin Luther King speech. And I'm like, what is going on? So they're really trying to appeal toward the Black audience because I think they know that there's a certain level of power, you know, when it really comes down to our influence on society. We do have a big influence when it comes to social media, entertainment, sports, all these different things. And they're realizing the power of the Black dollar and of the black people. However, to throw up a Nazi salute at the end of a thing, like, what is going on? Like, and you know, he come from South Africa where apartheid was like,
oh yeah, they the racist.
Like, so I'm like, what's really going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna end up in the thing doing this, throwing it up like this? That's crazy. And no one, I don't think, are people really covering that he did it, and it's kind of like went away.
I seen it on the Shade Room. I did see it.
Yeah, no one was really talking about that, you know. And then now you have the TikTok ban, and now people are going over into the Chinese space when it comes to that Red Book, Red something app, and they're seeing that there's a lot of things that are missing in the American economy when it really comes down to healthcare and this, that, the other. How we have to pay for everything, the rent prices, all this stuff. And so I don't know if this is like a move to like really try to join with China. But the part that's crazy is that the tariffs is about to happen in Canada. So now I don't know if he's going to try to make an enemy of Canada, but you're going to put tariffs on Canada, try to force them into joining with the U.S. and all this other stuff. These are very extreme moves that Trump is making, and we're all like, go Trump. But I'm like, hold on, now you don't want to make our neighbors, our allies into like enemies, right?
Right.
You don't want to do that. Okay.
So I got this clip right here. And shout out to Tabitha Speaks Politics. I follow her on TikTok, but now she's over on YouTube. She's like killing it. I think she has like over 200,000, and she just got on here not too long ago. Like she's dope. I want to go ahead and play this part where Trump says something about the election. Let's go.
Available in Washington, D.C. There are no sold out hotels. That tells you a lot. Anywho, so at Donald Trump's campaign rally on yesterday.
Oh, you follow her too, Nay?
He said some things. And I just don't feel that the things that he said were a slip of the tongue. I believe the things that Donald Trump said, which pretty much confirms that something was on the up and up when it came to the tallying of the votes. He said it because he's comfortable. He knows at this point there's nothing that can really be done. That's what he and his team are thinking, because to be so bold to say what he said during his KKK rally last night, he pretty much came out and admitted.
Fair use, fair use. This is fair use. We have to give a little commentary, so I just want to say fair use. Here we go.
That this election was rigged. Those are the words that he used. Take a listen.
It's pretty amazing, but he did that, and then he journeyed to Pennsylvania, where he spent like a month and a half campaigning for me in Pennsylvania, and he's a popular guy, and he was very effective, and he knows those computers better than anybody, all those computers, those vote counting computers, and we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide, so it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
What?
Elon.
But wait, there's more.
Okay, let me stop. So put a 1 in the chat if that's your first time hearing that. So Genesis, I know I talked to Couture Bay, but I felt like I talked to you too about how Elon had the Starlink hooked up to the ballots. Now, I have to say this. They're saying that they do not use the internet to count ballots. They say it's a special VPN or something like that. But Starlink was hooked to some of the precincts where the voting was done.
What? I didn't know that. That's
okay. It wasn't you who I was talking to. Okay, but I know I talked to Couture Bay about it. I do because we talked on the phone about that. So I know I talked to Couture Bay.
So that they have to tell you what they're doing. They have to tell you what they're doing. They got to tell you when they do it. They have to say something. So yep, you had to let you know a little bit of ways. Like, hey, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But cloaked it in. Oh, he did a great job. What?
Right. Okay. So let's continue.
What about the mailboxes that were blowing up? What happened to those?
Solidified it for me.
Hold on. Let me play the clip, and then I kind of want to get into that too.
Really, this really solidified it for me. Take a listen.
Wasserman, they all came in on the Olympics, and then I saw Johnny, and we got the World Cup too. And it's only because they rigged the election that I'll be your president representing you there. I got both of them. I got the Olympics and I got the World Cup. And I said, it's too bad. One was in 2026 and the other was in 2028. And I said, I won't be there. I won't be your president. But then they rigged the election and now we won. So I'm going to be your president for the Olympics.
They rigged the election.
When you listen to what it is that he.
So I wanted to play her video. There is a full context to this. He was trying to be is facetious, like sarcastic, but it was said there's a clip from Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan was striking people for playing this too. That's what kind of rung my bell because, I got a copyright claim, right? And the video's not monetized. But Joe Rogan was like, I was talking to Dana White, the president of the UFC, right? I was talking to Dana White, and he was at the party for the election or whatever, right? And Elon gets up, he says, it's over. And then he was like, what do you mean it's over? And he said, oh, yeah, the results are in, blah, 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 and this and that. He had some kind of app where he knew the results 4 hours ahead of time. Now, I don't know if it was just because, the way it was looking like, Trump is going to win. But he said he had some kind of third-party app. What was the third-party app? Because most of us use Google or the news to see the election results, right?
Well, he might have been going through Twitter.
Oh, could be. Could be Twitter.
Because let me tell you something. It's a lot of Twitter's turning into the dark web, damn near. You know what I'm saying? It is a lot of crazy stuff on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Twitter have turned he named it X for a reason. It's a triple X. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some stuff on there. Like, I'm like, what is going on? You know, so it could have been from Twitter.
Yeah. And I'm gonna stop it right here. But what I wanted to say was that with the ballot boxes, I was very shocked that there was no, like, basically when the results of the election happened, and I think, honestly, to tell you the truth, the reason why they didn't want to push it was because, one, they didn't want to be the election deniers and all that stuff. But I just feel like they should have did some kind of recount. They should have did something like those ballot boxes that they set on fire. Like, what happened with those votes, or were there no votes in the ballot boxes? Like,
well, honey, I heard they were blowing up mailboxes and all kind. Remember, they were like blowing up actual mailboxes?
Well, I know there was a situation in Arizona. I know in Georgia there was like a fake bomb threat, but they said it was like from Russia or something like that. So, but my whole thing was like with the Democrats, they did not fight. Like, all they did was take it like, oh, it is what it is. And I think, like, for people like me, or for a lot of people, like, damn, y'all always just give in to everything. Y'all never fight for shit.
Right. You know what? Yeah, that was like just like okay, we lost. That's it. Okay, goodbye. Put your head down. And then $2 million in debt, Kamala, or something $1 million.
It was like 20 million, but they said they cleared that up or something like that.
How?
Good question. But I want to give my final fuck you. I want to give my final fuck you to all those TikTok conspiracy blue and non people who was talking about something was going to happen and Kamala was going to get into office and something was going to happen to Trump before and then Kamala was going to be the real president. Fuck you, conspiracy theorist motherfuckers, because he just got inaugurated today. So F all the astrologists, the psychics, F they mamas, they daddies, and all of them. Damn it.
Oh yeah, they said that he was gonna get Kincaid and everything like that. So no, he was gonna get ASAS and that blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, nothing like that has happened. But what's happening is now with Elon Musk, and what is his position right now? What is his thing? I don't know who he is. The head of
DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency.
That is crazy. Okay, and it so happened that all this weird stuff is Neuralink gets pushed through, and more people are on Neuralink. Listen,
and don't forget they gave Elon subsidies for to build internet in rural areas, and then they took it away. And so I think that has been his thing. Like, okay, well, because Biden was the one that his administration was the one that stopped it, because they said that he didn't have the capability of building that internet infrastructure, right? And so then he linked up with Trump, because don't forget, Elon and Trump didn't like each other at first. Now they like each other, and I believe that he promised Trump, like, hey, I'm gonna get your ass in, but you need to do X, Y, and Z for me. And so yeah, now we have Elon is our president. That's really what it is. Elon is our president.
Pretty much. Because he has him by the BASS. Because if you're talking about all this technology and how you got in, and okay, well, yeah, we won, and this, that, the other, and whatever he's talking about, like, because they rigged it, so but we still got it, whatever. Come on now. Like, it's watch out for how AI becomes. He been pushing for this AGI. Even though he says it's dangerous, AI is dangerous. He's pushing for AGI really hard. And when that AGI kicks in, you see more robots coming into play. You're gonna see more like UFO, UAPs, all that stuff. And Lockheed Martin. So all those like UFOs y'all saw in the sky, Lockheed Martin owns those UFOs. You know that?
No, I didn't know that.
They actually have these planes. They're planes that they tested them out. They are autonomous planes that can change color. They can swiftly change actual shape. They change color. They're autonomous, so no one's inside the plane. They can change going in directions and everything. So more and more, it's going to become a defense situation. he's saying that they're going to be able to stop like certain things. But here's the thing is that when you are trying to put tariffs on our neighbors, that's a dangerous situation. And we're going to probably pretty soon be asking China for help. That's probably why he's even letting the TikTok ban get lifted, because what's going to happen is if he puts these tariffs on our neighbors, we don't know what kind of technology they have. And then now we're like putting ourselves in danger as a society.
Yeah, I can
Then
definitely
he said
see
he's going
that.
to go back into like building that wall. Remember, he said that the wall down there
Oh, the
wherever
magic,
got
yeah.
stopped, he's going to get back to building that and whatever crazy. So it's about to get real, and we need to like be prepared for it. Y'all just be very vigilant.
Yeah. Genesis, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you so much. And let me also say this.
Okay.
We can't trust Elon Musk because his last spaceship just blew up in the sky. Just so y'all know. Y'all see that thing just explode and just go right back down?
I'll have to look at that. I remember there was a spaceship that was like that blew up, but that was like some years ago though.
No, it happened like
it's
2 days ago. SpaceX went up and just exploded. It just shot back down. I think like 3 days ago. So like this guy is like the head of everything. But you know, if you do some research, and I'll send it to you.
Oh, Nate's seen it too. Okay.
Yeah. I'll share it with you, a video about how Elon Musk is really like kind of like crazy and all type of stuff. Because you know he's autistic, but he also has like meltdowns and all kind of wild stuff. So yeah.
Well, yeah, I know that about him. Yeah.
So much love. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Thank you, Genesis, for coming up. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end the show on that note. Should we do like I'll do political shows like throughout the week, but should we do like a live like every Monday on politics? Would y'all like it on Monday or Tuesday? Oh, which day of the week should we do a political live? Let's go ahead and do a 30-second countdown. Y'all tell me what day of the week we should do our politic live. Okay, Miss Barbara, I'm gonna let you up to finish up the show. I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes. I just want to go ahead. Monday, okay, everybody voted Monday. Monday will be our political live. Okay, unless the world comes to an end with Donald Trump, then we'll go live immediately. But okay, I think Monday won. Okay, Miss Barbara, you got a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and let you get your shine. Thank you, Miss Barbara, for coming up.
Okay, what I want to tell y'all is the absolute truth. At PS 125. United States of America, Bronx, New York. I witnessed treason. This is what I witnessed. Me and my son was in the line to vote. We was going to vote for Donald Trump. But being that we was black, everybody assumed we was going to vote for Kamala Harris. All right. You got the police there watching. You have a black woman.
Miss Barbara, are you going to talk about how they was doing something at the voting place or something like that?
Yeah.
You already told us the story, Miss Barbara.
Okay, but hold on. Okay, I thought it was an exclusive. But let me say this. Mo, please come back. I love the intelligent conversation you and this man has because he trips me up with knowledgeable documentation. That's how I get to trip me up. I'm coming from a bleeding, starving point of view. The Democrat parties have depleted America with their fake programs. Let me tell you something about Obamacare. And without it, New York would have been better because when they bought Obamacare, here come all of these doctors from another land giving black Americans care. We didn't want that care. We wanted the same care that the Jewish people was getting in the Jewish hospital, but that made us ineligible.
Obamacare has nothing to do with that, Ms. Barbara.
Okay, so I'm just letting you know why we voted for Trump. Okay, so I'm not gonna let you whip me up.
Miss Barbara,
listen,
I like what you be saying, Miss Barbara, because you for the people. We like it, but like you will say, my French toast tastes sour. And it's because of these immigrants that come over from these
But wait a
countries,
minute.
and
Wait
they
a
got
minute.
black skin.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna
American.
tell you this. Okay.
You ain't cooking your French toast right. That's why it's sour.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you this. Because they did not take care of the city of New York streets, I now have a $5 million lawsuit. Okay, I have a court date in the morning. They messed up.
Oh yeah, when you fell, right?
Yes, baby. My foot is messed up. Okay, I could barely walk. You understand me? It's terribly messed up.
But Miss Barbara, here's the thing about like a lot of the stuff that you're saying. I'm not going to say you're wrong, but a lot of it that you talk about is like local politics.
No, New York is starving. The Democrats have depleted the city of New York with their fake houses.
And that's the Democrats in your state.
Yiraka, that's what's up. We are the heart. We got the stock market here, okay? Cash moves. Oh, let me just talk about this Elon Musk. Donald Trump don't want no parts
of Elon.
No,
not Elon. Elon. Go ahead. She done said Eon.
Wait a minute, baby.
I like that better.
Wait
Eon. That's his new name.
You know, I'm the old folk Medea. Let me tell you like it is. Donald Trump is getting rid of them electric cars. Nobody wants to be waiting 1 hour to electrify up to keep it moving. He's not going to put those cars in America. Trust and believe. Eon think he got Donald in his pocket is just the opposite. Donald just going to use him for space and keep him booked and busy. Donald want factories back. Donald want made in America back. That's why the people were storming America. All our economic economy is in China and other places.
So you spent over $200 million to ensure that Donald Trump get into office, and you think that he's going to be
baby when Kamala Harris raised $80 million in one day, don't play with me. And the city of New York is starving. Don't play with me. Okay. That man is rich, and those Republicans are rich. What they want to do with their money, let the rich folks fight, like you said.
No, because you're under the impression that Elon is not going to be running the show.
I'm positive.
You are positive. Okay, let's ask the people, because we got to do a vote.
We're not going to have no electric cars. I'm positive.
Miss Barbara, it's going to be mandated that we only drive electric cars. I promise you.
They're going to be unmandated. I promise you.
Let's do a 30-second countdown. Who do you think will be running the show, you guys? Will it be Elon or Trump? 30 seconds. There was like 2 votes for Trump, but more than likely everybody said Elon.
He's a businessman. Do you know how many times businessmen try to get into Donald pockets? Okay? He's going to rope that dope. Elon going to go somewhere and play with some robots. Donald want factories back. This is why the people were storming the Capitol. These people that got 401ks, that got a future, they knew their children wasn't going to have no future because there's no businesses in America. Everything is abroad. We got to get rid of TikTok. If it's not owned,
you're not threatened by Elon saying he likes the H-1B or the HB1 visa to bring the immigrants over from the other countries, which, Miss Barbara, aren't you against that?
What I'm against is noticing like all of these immigrants
Here she go about not to answer.
New York, that brought up Bronx, New York. They are from a nation of Kamala Harris' mother. I asked them, where did they get that money? $700,000.
They got it from Kamala Harris.
You damn right. Hart and Mayor Adams going to have to be investigated. Hart and Mayor Adams going to have to be investigated.
Miss Barbara, go, man. I love you, Miss Barbara.
Yeah, but you know what? When you find out it's true, you're going to say, oh my goodness, why did I treat Miss Barbara like that? Just like I told you, is your leg hurting you? Because mine is still hurting from my fall. You don't listen to nothing.
I
don't
know.
listen to
I
nothing.
should have been a claim with the people. I know. No,
We should. You know what? We should have let the Democrats in, so one of those robots could tell you what to do.
Yo, if the Democrats told me to file a lawsuit, I would have. You
I know my
stupid.
leg
Get
is
out of
hurting
here, Miss
right now.
Barbara. Have
Bye.
a good night, Miss Barbara. Bye. Y'all gotta love Miss Barbara. Like, Miss Barbara says a lot, but the thing is that Miss Barbara, she be on point, but a lot of the stuff that she says is like local politics, and I try to get her to understand that. But if she gonna blame Kamala Harris, so yeah, it is what it is. All right, y'all. This has been a long ass show. You know, I didn't go live yesterday, so I gave y'all a long show today. I appreciate y'all for being here. Shout out to all my members. Shout out to everybody who supported Mo, Miss Barbara, DJ Genesis, beautiful, Shawnee. Thank y'all. This was a good conversation. So Monday will be our political live. So, like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But we out. Deuces, y'all. Where my outro?